your certified life coach for the soul. Today is my Mothers and Daughters series, and today I have two special guests, my daughter Dearica
Hello.
and my daughter Khadidra. And so we're going to just open it up with a little fun for mothers and daughters, kind of a game and something that you can also do with your daughters or with your mom, whichever you may be today. And the first one we're going to do, just to get the ice broken a little bit, is called This or That. So I will ask my daughters which of two things they think I do or would like, and they will let me know which one they believe is correct. Okay? So, when it comes to this or that, do I get up early? Would I prefer to get up early or sleep in?
Sleep in. For sure.
That's true.
A given.
Cruise or all-inclusive resort?
Resort. I definitely say resort.
Y'all right on it. Okay, this is so easy. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Sweet tea. Everybody who knows me knows that, trust me. Movies or books?
Movies.
Books.
Oh, just
You said movies, you said books. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. Probably more movies than books, but it's definitely a good question and a fair answer. So I would give both of y'all that, a point for that.
Okay.
Sneakers or heels?
Heels.
It's not even a question.
Yeah.
That's true. Paris or Hawaii?
Hawaii.
True, I love the beach. I love looking at the water. Y'all definitely got that. Burgers or pizza?
Burgers. You love homemade burgers?
Burgers.
Yeah.
You love pizza.
Yeah, you love pizza.
We love burgers. So I would say that's a burger. That's a point for you, Dearica. Home cooked meal or restaurant?
Home cooked meal.
You got that right. Flowers or chocolate?
Flowers.
Both.
Flowers.
It's like she loves flowers, but she also loves her candy too. So.
That's
Yeah,
true.
pretty much. That's an even answer right there. Beach or pool?
Beach.
Definitely the beach. Diamonds or pearls?
Diamonds.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I agree with you on that. Oh gosh, this is the funny one. They're gonna laugh when this with this question. Drive herself or be driven?
Drive
Driven.
herself.
Be driven.
I'm sorry, be driven.
you
I
kidding
definitely
me?
knew that. I definitely
How
knew
did
that.
you do that when
I
your
did
daddy
use
drives
the
me
extra-
Every day,
everywhere,
yeah.
everywhere all day?
I was not thinking on that.
You sure was. Okay, go to the gym or walk in the park?
Walk in the park.
I agree. You laugh. Walk in the park. That is too funny. Yes, it would definitely be a walk somewhere. It would be at the gym. It probably should be. But anyway, that was an opener for me and for my daughters. But you are definitely our special guest, and I do hope that this weekend will be some more wonderful memories made with your mom, or a time to cherish the memories of your mom if your mom is no longer with us. As my mom is no longer with us. My mom passed away in 1989, so I've had many, many cherishable years of missing my mom, and also memories as well. So our next little game is going to be called Memories, where I'm going to ask my daughters have some questions that they're going to answer about, you know, themselves and as far as their life or their relationship with me growing up. So Dearica, we'll start with you.
Okay.
What was your favorite memory of me as a child?
I mean, we had so many. I would have to say just your nurturing spirit of always being there when I needed you. Just remember just laying with you and just talking with you about my day, and still to this day, actually. So I think that's one of my favorite memories as a child.
Like my sister said, it's so many. It's hard to choose just one. So I would say definitely to this day, shopping together. That's definitely something we do a lot, which I really enjoy. And like my sister said, she's always been very nurturing and very motherly, just very warm and comforting. Whether we're having a good day or a bad day, she's always ready to listen to anything we have to say. So just always very nurturing and warm, as a mother should be. So I've always appreciated that.
Thank you. Okay, these following questions I believe are for me to ask y'all, or for y'all to ask me, I think. What is one lesson you always hope I remember? So I guess
I could go for you. What was one lesson that you taught us that you hope
Okay.
we remember?
the lesson that I would like both of you to always remember is to always be considerate of others, but definitely have enough, inner strength to keep moving
Yeah.
through whatever you may go through in life in general, whether it's in a relationship or career or your personal walk with God. I just want you to always remember that you always have a home here with me. You are always loved, and I definitely want you to remember to always love yourself and never settle for less of anything, especially if it's not in your best interest or if it's not something or someone that's going to bring joy to you and not grief.
Yeah.
So I guess if I could sum it all up with one word, it would be to remember your self-respect. Always have that no matter what. And it's important for others to respect you, and you should never settle for anything less than that.
I agree.
What were you nervous about when you were pregnant for the first time?
I'm very curious of this answer.
Yeah.
I was nervous because I had been an aunt all of my life, in my young life, and even in my young adult life. I had a lot of nieces and several nephews, and so they were kind of my life kind of centered around them. So I was nervous about, I guess, the labor part of it. One thing that made both my pregnancies very uncomfortable was morning sickness. And I'm sure most mothers can relate to that. But mine was the kind that never went away. It made me sick every day, not to the point of, actually, I guess, throwing up or anything like that. I was just nauseated most of the time. So that was, I guess, what I remember most, which it kind of just took away the joy of being pregnant, but I was still happy for it to be over when I did give birth to my first daughter. I was looking forward to the nausea going away practically more than anything. What was the most difficult part of motherhood? I can't really say I had a difficult part because I really enjoyed every moment with my daughters, as I still do to this day. I'm always excited to see them no matter how long it's been since I've seen them. If it was yesterday, I'm still excited to see them when they come back. So that's one thing I've always enjoyed about motherhood. I guess taking care of them, dressing them, pretty much doing whatever I needed to do for them. They always came first in their younger years. It was never a problem. I never complained about anything that was related to being a mother. So I loved everything about motherhood, and I pretty much still do. How have you grown since becoming a mom? Oh gosh, I have grown as a mom in many ways, in many areas. I tried to develop impatience more so than I probably ever had. I've grown knowing that, no one is perfect, and that no matter who your child is, a son or a daughter, they deserve your unconditional love, and they are worthy of your time, and they are my priority when it comes to their needs. I want to make sure they've always had their needs met from a mother-daughter standpoint. So that's one thing I can say. It really has matured me in several areas, especially the nurturing that's required. You got to be able to, I guess, be a nurturing and be a good listener. You can ask me the rest.
Okay. So what parts of yourself do you see in your kids? So what parts of does you see me and Khadijah?
Okay, I'll start with you, De'Erica. In you, I see, I guess, the humorous side of me. You know how we play around and kid a lot together.
Yeah.
I also see, I guess, the patient side of me, which is still as a work in progress. And you're very caring. I think you care a lot for other people. You do a lot for other people. You're very giving, and I see that in that part of me in you a lot, among other qualities. But I guess that's the one that probably stick out the most to me.
Okay.
And Khadidra, oh gosh, I see that sassy part of me, that part that's no nonsense.
Period.
I see, the she's very much into, I guess, fashion and shopping. Well, both my girls love shopping, but Khadidra probably goes up a notch because she loves to shop probably as much as I do. She's into fashion, she loves modeling, and she just has so much of my qualities as well. They both do. I see strength in Khadidra, whereas, like I said, no nonsense, no time for play. She can be, serious. I think I see my serious side in her. Very direct, very direct, but she's also, kind of shy in some areas, like her father. Are just really, both my girls are equally, not passive, but definitely calm, in a sense, and they don't rarely ever overreact with anything. So Khadijah is definitely, they're both like me, but in different ways, if that makes sense. They both have certain attributes that I think came directly from me as their mom. And so I count that as a blessing, because there's nothing about either of them that I would say, gosh, I wish they wasn't that way. And I definitely would say that, because they're both like me in a lot of those ways.
Okay, so I have just a couple of more. When have you felt most proud of your kids? So I would love to hear that.
I've always been proud of you and you, Khadidra. Proud of you for just having your own mind, for having your own ambition, your own determination, which is very important, especially in the careers that you have both chosen. I was proud of you in elementary, junior high, high school, because at each level of your childhood and growing up, you both stayed, you kept your head to the plow. You didn't turn away left or right. You always were focused on your goals, and you met those, whether it was graduating high school, going to college, both of you getting your, degrees and your master's and law degree. It was just very nice to not have to push you to have some goals or to have some kind of ambitions, and you both did well in that. So I'm proud of that, your tenacity to keep going even when things get hard. You both kind of push forward. I'm very proud of that.
So what is some advice that you would give to new parents out there?
My advice to new parents would be to definitely make that time for your child, no matter what age or stage of childhood they're in. That's what they need. I mean, it's wonderful to be able to provide things for them as far as daily things they need, food, shelter, and clothing. That's a must. But I think in spite of whatever expectations you may think your mom or your parents have for you, I believe what we most want is to do what we can for you to help you achieve, the quality of life that I think you deserve. So I would advise new parents to definitely make time for your child and to communicate with them. And even beyond communicating, be a good listener. When a child speaks, they really want to know that you are listening, that you're paying attention, that they matter, that they are important to you, that they're more important than your job, your career, or whatever else in your life you may have going on. It doesn't mean that anything you want to do is less important. It just means that your child and that relationship is most important.
So one more question. What's one thing you hope we do together in the future?
Oh gosh, I love doing everything with both of you, but maybe a girls trip that's kind of on my bucket list. We could agree on a location, and if we can all three of us find time for that.
Definitely.
Even if it's just a girls' day away or a weekend at a staycation here in the city. It doesn't necessarily have to involve traveling, but I just love doing things with y'all, even whether we go to the spa or have a manicure or mani-pedi.
For sure.
That's still time together, and I think that's very important. Let's see, what do we have on our little to-do list now? I guess it's time for me to just give a few pointers about mother-daughter relationships and the importance of both of those. If you raise your daughter with unconditional love, mutual respect, healthy boundaries, and realistic expectations, she will always find her way back to your arms and your heart, no matter how far afield she seems to wander. And that's from Dr. Suzanne White. She's a PhD. And so another tip I have for mothers, focus on the positive. Try to make most conversations constructive rather than critical. For example, instead of pointing out something that she's wearing that you don't like, point out something you do. Like, the color of that shirt looks great on you, daughter. And that means that you're still looking at the positive part of that situation. Even if you would refer or prefer that she change her outfit, you can do it in a non-critical way. Don't talk about her weight, whether it's up or down. That's one of the most, I think, critical things you can do to a person, male or female. Never bring that to their attention. I know one of my parents told me years ago that I had gained weight, which I had, but that was after I had children. And I said, okay, I know it. I knew it before you did. Jokingly, of course. I wasn't disrespectful. But my point is that person already knows whether their weight is up or down. And you can, if you have a concern about it, either way, whether they've gained an unhealthy weight or unhealthy low weight, there's a way to address that, I think, without demeaning that person. And another tip I have, here's 8 ways to improve your mother-daughter relationship if it's ever in a time of tension or a distressed relationship or a strained relationship. That happens through life. I mean, no one is perfect and we don't always agree on everything, but you don't want to disagree to the point or argue to the point where your child or daughter or son is disrespectful, because that's unacceptable. But you do want to be able to agree maturely. And 8 ways to improve your mother-daughter relationship is to set realistic expectations for your relationship. I mean, don't expect too much too soon. Find common interests. I'm sure there's something we all can learn from one another, what we like or would like to do. Pick your battles. Like, that means don't make everything a battle. If it's important, find the time to talk about it when you're no longer mad or upset about whatever it is you want to discuss. And that goes for mothers and daughters. Learn to forgive. To me, that's number 1. Apart from unconditional love, forgiveness is the best thing you can do for yourself and for that other person. Because as I've spoken before on Life Coach for the Soul, bitterness is the worst thing you can do to yourself, because you're only giving that person control of your emotions and how you feel about yourself. Never let forgiveness be a thing that you withhold from someone, whether they deserve it or not, whether they've earned it or not, whether or not they've even asked for it. Forgiveness is still your gift to yourself. That's why it's better to forgive rather than to hold a grudge and walk around, with tight jaws and just being bitter, because lashing out will occur, and you will take that out on others who have not offended you and are also not responsible for whatever you're going through with that other person. Set and maintain boundaries. So a lot of mother-daughters consider themselves friends, best friends, and confidants. And you should be able to confide in your mother and talk about certain things, girl talk, girl chat. But at the same time, you have to have those boundaries to where that line isn't crossed into a line where they disrespect you or you disrespect them. And most of them have said at some point or another, well, I'm grown, I'm an adult. Well, you are grown if you're over the age of 18. But that doesn't mean that you're grown enough or old enough to be disrespectful, to your mom or your dad in any way. And it doesn't matter to any adult for that matter. So it's always good to have those boundaries so that everyone involved knows what line they should or should not cross. And work on, like I said, listening skills. That's very important. The best thing we can do for one another is to listen. So that's always, always important. No matter the relationship, no matter the friendship, listening is the key. And I believe that it's always best to listen. Not just wait for your chance or your turn to talk, but to actually listen. So that's really all I have as far as, comments regarding mother-daughter relationships. Is, I could write a book on it. But I hope that today I've given you some type of clue as to, or direction to take in improving your mother-daughter relationship, maintaining it, making it a consistent relationship status where you don't always have to, be at odds with one another. And I pray that that's not happening to anyone at this time, because Mother's Day, is coming up, and every day is Mother's Day. I value my relationship with my daughters, and I hope they do the same with me.
Sure.
We made some wonderful memories that I hope we have many more to make. And as we close out, my daughters both have a form of things they would like to say to me. It's in the form, it's not really a letter, but it's just asking, a couple of questions that they wish for me or want to share with me. And it's called To My Dear Mother. And Khadija, you can start yours first.
Okay. Firstly, it says, I wish you a life full of, I would say, joy, and just all your dreams come true as far as everything you've always wanted out of life. And yes, I hope you get a life full of dreams come true and joy. Secondly, I will never forget all the ways you have supported me and been there for me for my 26, almost 27 years of life. My birthday is this month.
Yeah, birthday month.
Yes, I'll never forget that. You've always been there in so many ways, emotionally, physically, providing in all kinds of ways as a mother should, but you've always gone above and beyond as a mother, which I've always appreciated. I'm very blessed to have a mother like you. I know a lot of mothers don't even compare to you at all. I will forever be grateful for your unconditional love. I feel like all these are so just stereotypical, but no, I honestly am forever grateful for your love and support and everything we've ever done. I hope you experience, I'll let you answer that one.
No, she's going to answer all of hers as well. Each of you.
I hope you experience peace.
That's a good one.
I mean, I think it's
Definitely.
always important personally to protect your peace. So I hope you live a life as you get older and you see us grow up and have our own families at some point. I hope you can have peace and that you've done your job and you've done your job well as a mother.
That's a good one.
I hope we can visit. That's a good
no
one.
doubt.
I hope we can visit a beach out of the country at some point.
Okay.
When COVID has died down, I definitely want to go out of the country together. That'd be a fun ghost trip.
Yeah, we put that on our bucket list.
Yes, somewhere in
Okay.
Europe, specifically Italy.
Europe.
I hope we can visit Italy together. I think you deserve the world. You're such a giving person. You give so much to other people. You put others before you quite often. So when you do, treat yourself, you deserve it. I wish you could have, I don't know. I wish you could have all that you
I
want.
pretty much have everything I could ever ask for. So I'm thankful. But thank you.
Yeah.
Is that the last one?
There's 2 more. Well, 3 more. I hope you are never afraid to speak from your heart.
I don't think I'm afraid.
I
Yeah,
mean-
I'm very outspoken.
I don't know. That's you never afraid really to do anything. So that question does not apply to
Okay.
you. I want you to know how deeply I truly love you as my mother. I wouldn't want anyone else as a mother. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done for me, especially now that I'm an adult. You really see just the sacrifices parents make and just the unconditional love they really do have for you, and I really appreciate that. And I hope you are proud of me.
I am.
I hope that I continue to make you proud, and I hope you know how much I really do love you.
Oh, thank you. Mwah. Smooches. Is that the last one?
Yes, that's the last one.
Thank you. That was so very, oh gosh.
Genuine.
It was definitely genuine, and definitely, I know because Khadijah's not one that expresses herself all the time. So hearing those things just brings joy and gladness to my heart. And now my daughter, Erica, will share and answer those same questions from her standpoint.
Yes. I mean, they're pretty much almost the same, so I won't try to make an identical answer because we both feel the same, of course, about our mom, but I'll do my best. I wish you a life full of love and peace and just full of happiness, because I know you've had hard times growing up and then going into your adulthood. You know, I want you to experience that peace and love that you've always deserved.
Thank you.
I will never forget how much you've loved and cared for us growing up, and being there nurturing every time I was sad or upset or needed you. You always came through, so I definitely appreciate that, and I'll never forget it. I will be forever grateful for your unconditional love and your home cooked meals.
That part,
Yes, I'm forever grateful for just the way you taught us how to be ladies, the class that you've taught us, because not everybody has it. And, you know, just like she said, I wouldn't want anybody else as my mom, because I definitely appreciate that. I hope you experience true peace, and I hope we can visit. I really want to visit the beach in Cabo together.
Oh, yeah, Cabo
said
is one of my favorite places.
But at Mexico, you can't get anything better than that.
That's
in my
true.
Opinion. I think you deserve all the love in the world and appreciation, because you do a lot for a lot of people, and I pray that you get all the love in return. I wish you could have, I mean, because like I said, we have a lot. We have everything.
I'm
that you
blessed.
just
I'm
need.
blessed.
never gone without. That's
Right,
for sure.
ever. So I wish you could have, I would say, an unlimited shopping spree. I mean,
And
it's
Mercedes.
materialistic, but, you know,
I pretty
wish
much
you
shop year round,
Right,
so
so
it's
if
like
she needs
it's
anything,
Christmas
it's
every
that.
day.
So
Yeah.
I hope you are never afraid to go for what you really are meant to be. Go for your full purpose.
Yeah,
hope
the
you're
life
never
coach
afraid to
is
do that.
really.
Yeah.
I'm coming into that now. That
Yeah, for sure.
that fulfilling my own passions and
Exactly.
everything.
So I hope
Everything
you-
that I've waited to do.
Right. So I hope you're never afraid to keep going. You know, you started out, which is very proud of that, so just keep going. I want you to know that, like Khadija said, you are forever, you know, my other half, besides, you know, my sister, like my mom. I love you dearly with all my heart. Like, no one can ever replace you in that aspect ever. So that's what I want you to know, that I'm forever grateful for everything that you've ever done for me. So, and I hope that we have many more years together and spend more time together, and just continue to make memories. So that's what I can hope for. That's all I can pray for.
Is that the last one?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the last one.
Wow, I am so honored to have y'all here today. I'm definitely glad this is on tape.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, this is something I can go back and look at, you know,
Uh-huh.
down the road, down the years, and it's something y'all will have to have as far as us doing something like this together.
Definitely.
Sharing in this moment. It's definitely a precious moment, a precious memory that I would definitely consider one of the best that I've ever had or made with them. So again, thank you for joining me today, Kathi Morrison, my daughter Erica, and my daughter Khadijah. And this is our mother-daughter talk, our mother-daughter session in honor of Mother's Day. And I want to take this moment to wish all of the mothers, grandmothers, aunts, everyone a happy Mother's Day. And I pray that your Mother's Day will be one where you are honored and that you are treated like the queen that you are. And I just hope that you have a blessed day, make the best of it, make these happy times moments to remember a lifetime. So you have a blessed Mother's Day, and I appreciate you for watching. Bye-bye.